Fat neck. Okay, hold on. Rocky wants to say hi to everybody. Say hi, buddy. Oh, yeah. Who's a good boy, huh? Sit. No, sit. This is what we do while we wait for people. I pet the dog and it makes me weep. Oh, I don't know what rhymes with people, so I thought I'd do this instead. Say hello to my dog. His name is Rocky. Give me your hand. Hey, 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 look at those. Meaty. Grayson, I was just thinking you weren't in here the other day, so welcome back, dude. Oh, look at the webs. Look at the webs. That's why doggos can swim, by the way, if you've never noticed. Doggies have webs between their feet skis. You want a treat ski? Hey, Joe. Good evening, Buckshot. What is up, everybody? It's all my normies. So today's the first day of everyday things. Rocky Stone. He's a Rocky Stone. That's actually double names. Hi, buddy. You okay? You're a little bit overworked today. I had to leave him at my buddy's house because I had to go to the emergency room because when I tilt my head back, I can't see in color. Anyways, Halloween live stream. We need $930 more. Cash App only. $ Jimmini. Somebody type it and I'll pin it. But yeah, what's up, guys? So we got the dog and we got the guns. What are you guys here for? Also, yeah. Desert, what is going on, sir? I thought I saw my dog's tail just get up and walk. Hello. You want one of these? There you go. All right, go lay down. Good boy. All right, guys, welcome in. We are getting going. We have just the same old gun wall because ain't nothing changed because your boy's fucking broke. Trying to touch up some nicked furniture from some moves. Oh. Sorry, I'm going to be inactive but still viewing. That's okay, Grayson. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. But yeah, Unky Joe is broke as a motherfucker. So, we're going to dive into this whole doing it as a job thing bullshit, and we'll see how it goes. Look at my ceiling light. Grab dish. So they had a huge sale, and I got a slightly upgraded computer on a box because now it has an all-in-one cooler. It's like, yay! But yeah, we'll do a quick rundown of the wall. So, Tanfolio Witness 9mm. Dan Wesson DWX. Fusion Firearms XP Pro. Chris Sphinx SDP Compact Alpha. Long name. Hammerly 22. Heritage Barkeep 22. That's getting a full video tomorrow. That is the Sharps Brothers Ruger 1022 chassis heat seeker. Mr. Banner comes in for a $2 donation. Thank you very much, Mr. Bruce. Thank you. The Yeet Cannon. The best gun ever made ever by anybody. The Gerson Match X. Best gun ever made by me ever. I don't see a Kuna. Good thing the Match X is looking good. Ah, no, the Match X doesn't work anymore. Yeah, I broke it. Let's see. So we've got the GeForce Arms Chronicle 1911. I'm not coming down until the 1st, so I got time to find you, your stupid, your Kuna. Daria Arms DY9 Island Comp. Fusion Firearms XF Pro with the red handle. Nice little gun. Takes Glock mags, but not really a Glock clone. Firestar by Stars. Firestar M45 to be exact. That's what that bitch is. And then you've got the TSOS Night Stalker. So the TSOS and the Gerson are both technically 2011s. Technically that Sphinx is a 2011. Technically the DWX is a 2011. Technically the XP Pro is a 2011. But Staccato can suck my bunghole. And of course the KS7 and the dagger frame. My dog is already tired of me. So, alright, we will do some talking today. Like I said, today's the first day of the 5-day-a-week lives. You guys don't have to come in every single day. If you do, you're kings. If you're queens, whatever. I don't judge. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, my goal is kind of to get like 100 people every every live stream. Ryan, what is up? Also, got rid of all the hair, just in case you're wondering. All right. I'll be here. Awesome, Grayson. Appreciate that. So, yeah. So, I'm going to give this an actual go, becoming a YouTuber. You know, after I got 186,000 subscribers, I figured now is when I'll make it an attempt. Hold on, Steve. Wow, no hair. I do this from time to time. My hair is extremely thinning, almost completely gone, and I live in denial. So. Ryan, I can't go over them all again because literally I just finished. If you go back 4 minutes, you'll see them all, but they're 9s, 40s, 9s and 45s. There is nothing really in between. Yeah, just go back probably, what are we at, 6 minutes? Go back to the 3-minute mark. I literally go over every single gun on the wall. Sorry, Ryan, I can't do it 2 times in 6 minutes. But yeah. Also, you're not a member and you're not subscribed, so. And there's 22 on there. Yeah, but I triple them up and then they're 66, and then you add 44 to that, and then they're 10, and then you subtract 1, and then they're 9. So, math works. I was talking about the bullets. Oh. Thank you, Ryan, for clarification. Sorry. So the bullets up there, the big one is a 37 millimeter grenade launcher round. The shorter one of the 3 is a 416 Barrett, and the other 2 are 50 BMGs. Why is it so freaking? Why is it fisheye? Hang on a second. Let me zoom in. Also, let me go on Do Not Disturb, so that yeah. As much fun as that is, there we go. Is that too much? Hold on. Yeah, it's too much. That's too little. Professional YouTube guy right here, buddies. All right. Yeah, guys, come in, talk to me, let me know what's going on, what you guys are doing. So every day we're just going to have like a 2-hour check-in. I don't care if my dog's angry with me or not. But yeah. Joe, just, yeah, every now and then I shave off all the hair. It feels like I miss some on the back, but I don't really care. But now, can you imagine me, bald beauty with the big fake titties? That's going to be some good shit coming up, buddies. But come on in as we get going here. Everybody come on in. Come on over. Come on in. You can subscribe. It was a good day at the range. Nice done. Which guns did you take? I got the taking neck. Put on a couple of pounds. Back up to 228. How are you doing? I'm all right. It looks like stupid YouTube has gone back to @tags again. Well rested I am not. I actually spent 6 hours at the emergency room today. Had to drop Rocky off at my buddy's place. Are you okay? What is with the side eye, bro? Are you okay? You doing good? You okay? You a good boy? You a good boy? What's wrong? I gave you hot dog. I gave you corn dog. You good? All right. He's just angry at me. I also don't think he likes me with my head shaved. Taurus 65, a 357 Magnum, the T-Sauce 1911 Tanker, and the Springfield XD9 Mod 3. Nice choices, man. Good guns. You okay, buddy? Good boy. Yeah, he's looking at me like I kicked him or something. I didn't kick him. He was running in his sleep and kicked the shit out of me. Also, he Jerome Bettis did my ass. That didn't come out well at all. But we were at the park, and this motherfucker jumps through a jump to come at me and took me out from the knees down, and I went down face first, landed on my arm on this side. It's all bruised and shit. Needless to say, I don't feel good. Threw my back out. Yeah, I got wrecked by the dog, man. All right, if you guys can do me a favor when you come in here, I can sometimes identify you by your @ tag, but can you guys please, when you come in here, tell me what your name is, because I'm not calling you Booty Bandit. Unless that's actually your YouTube name. I'm the Booty Bandit. Wait a second. Yeah, see, Desert Armory still shows up. I'm at the Jimmini Show, so that's always fine. Ah, Joe South, gotcha. Alrighty, so, got a channel sponsor. It's my buddy's store, Liberty Arms, down in Harrisonburg. Awesome guys, check them out. Just Google it, Harrisonburg, Virginia. I can't put it in the description of a live stream because the AI algorithm will flag it and kill the live. But yeah, just look up Liberty Arms in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Tell them I sent you. They have all kinds of cool stuff, old stuff, new stuff. They can order stuff. They do transferables, all that shit. Check them out because they're sponsoring a little bit. They're not sponsoring the live, but I'm just throwing it out there. It's your Cowboy Action alias. Gotcha. Yeah, so what's happening... Whoa, nice one. What's happening, Joe, is that it is grabbing your @ symbol, your searching name, and putting it up there. They did this before, and then they took it away, and now it's back, and it's fucking annoying. Are you okay, buddy? All right, go lay down. It's okay. Go on. Go on. Here, take this with you. Go on. Take that and go. Go lay down. Here, take it. That's for you. Now go lay down. Ooh, don't carry it lengthwise. What happens when you trip? That's why girls shouldn't walk anyway. Okay, I thought it was something on my end. No, it's not. It's your channel's @ symbol, so that, like, if you're tagging somebody in a video, you just put their @ symbol. Why does the camera keep moving? Is it me, or do I look even more Asian with no hair? You grabbed the clippers and said, screw the guard. Pretty much, dude. I don't need a guard. I set it to lowest possible setting and just fucking buzz away, bro. Booty is a town I grew up in, Illinois. Jesus Christmas, there's a city called Booty? How did I never know about that? Why are you looking at me funny? Is it because I don't have hair? Keep looking at me like that, I'm going to shave you. What do you think? Should I shave the dog? It's not a euphemism. I have a dog. Hi, buddy. He's such a happy dog. He's such a happy-go-lucky dog. Wears his service vest. Hi, Jimmini and Sandwich. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, just stand there. I'll pet you. Just petting my dog's ass. I live in Wisconsin now, and that's a spread eagle. Lol. He's your best buddy. Yeah. End of it all, he's going to be my buddy. Fuck all of y'all. I'm Illinois. Hi, Illinois. I'm Joe. Good boy. He loves to do this. Nope. Calm down. Calm down. Okay, there you go. He normally sits with me like a human. I'm pretty sure dog peeing on live probably get me thrown out. I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Goes like a boy. Good boy. You had 2 treats. It's all you're getting for now. He doesn't like that I'm talking. Air Max, what's up? Good puppy. Yeah, he puts up with so much of my shit. But I also spend way too much money on his goddamn food, and he's a good boy. Good boy, buddy. Go, why don't you go lay down? Go on. It's okay. Go eat or lay down. Go do what you're going to do. It's okay, buddy. Go on. Go on. Have fun. Piss off. Go ahead. No more treats. Go play. Yeah, come on in. Ask me questions about guns or life. What gun is on the top left? Thank you, sir. That is a Kel-Tec KS7 12-gauge pump-action bullpup shotty gun. Very loud, obnoxious, and bullpups hit harder than you would think. The wall in the back is bigger now, I see. Yeah. Throw out your name, your regular name too, your channel name for me when you come in, Montezuma, because it doesn't show that anymore. I'm actively playing Call of Duty. Never played any of the actual Call of Duties. I did play Black Ops, the one that had Sam Worthington as the voice actor. Yeah, for sure, I got the DP-12. Yep. Hey, YouTube, I'm doing drugs. And as for dosage, whatever fell out of the bottle, I just take. Good boy. Did you get some food? Yeah. So I have to go over to the SPCA because I've got like 100 cans of wet dog food that he hates. Trying to find the right brand for him. Turns out it's Eukanuba. If anybody wants to send the gift of Eukanuba to my dog, let me know. Send me an email. But come on in. Let's talk about some shit. What's your favorite shotgun shell? The birdshot, buckshot, or slug? Buckshot is probably my favorite just because it's probably the most useful in my opinion. Birdshot's great for like fouls and blah, blah, blah. But buckshot will do a lot of stuff. And a slug is cool, but shotgun barrels aren't rifled. So for the most part, you can get a rifle barrel, a slug gun with a rifle barrel. But for the most part, you have smoothbore and you have to get rifled slugs that have their own rifling in it. In small pickups number 13, you picked up Call of Duty 3. Big Boss, I picked up a lot of video games over time. If you look all the way up until I tried to kill myself, well, technically did kill myself. I say try to because, you know, I'm still here. But, yeah, I think up until then, if you remember my game room was pretty fucking packed for a long time. What about Dragon's Breath? I personally have not messed with Dragon's Breath. My buddy Stone has and set a field on fire. What's up? How's it going? Michael Martinez, how you doing today? As we get into this, hit the like button. I'm trying to get 100 subs per live. I know it's hard right now because I haven't been doing this consistently lately, but I'm going to be going live every day for at least 2 hours. I may just go until I get 100 subs, and I'd like to get 10 members a day. I don't think that's unreasonable. If I get 10 members a day and we just grow that consistently, like we do that every day, and then I'll never need a sponsor again. So everybody come on in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to become a member, that'd be fucking awesome. I got some videos to film, so maybe I'll get to it tonight. Just haven't been really feeling well, so. Cody, hey. What do you recommend for cleaning your hands after shooting at the range? D-wipes? Typically just go and just kind of clean them. Gunshot residue will stick with you for a long time until you use some weird shit. Steve, huge $10 donation. Thank you, sir. Cash App won't let me, like I'm blocked. Sorry to hear that. You may have had to send a request and it shouldn't have blocked you. Doing good. Always hit the like button when I hop on. They got Dragon's Breath in 410. Imagine shooting that in a public defender. It'd be kind of fun. Second gift of the night, actually, Sam. And this is kind of what I'm trying to do. If I'm going to make a go out of being a freaking YouTuber, I need to concentrate on it, which will mean that you guys get a lot more dedicated videos, but it also means that I have to play the game. Like, I signed up with the talent agent, and I'm fucking actively seeking sponsorships. It makes me feel dirty as fuck, but Brooke, what's up? I want to send you $1 million, but my PayPal doesn't work. Lol. I don't use PayPal anyways. PayPal is horrendous. How are you? I'm doing good. Guys, when you're coming in here, do me a favor. Type in your YouTube channel name. YouTube has gone back to using your call signs, and I don't know who all of you are. Some of you I do, though. Have I started going live on Twitch yet? No, I have not. I'm going to do dual streaming since I've got a second phone. I can dual stream, so I've got an additional phone. So I can do some dual streaming, which I'll probably do. That way you'll be seeing it on both sides. I won't be able to really touch guns during those, though. Yeah, that's English as fuck. Hold on. Nice. 69 degrees tomorrow. You could have been a cult leader, to be honest. Possible future venue. Yeah, funny. Do I know much about the Bren 2? I've done a video on it. I know that it's improvements, obviously, over the original Bren, but I'm not too familiar with it anymore. It's been a few years since I made that video and since I owned one. I can't remember where I even bought the damn thing. A lot of rifles go through my collection quickly because they're guns I just don't give a shit about. I mean, you got to make the money somehow. Yeah, pretty much. Mr. Tactical Llama, how you doing tonight, brother? Everybody go check out Tactical Llama and Desert Armory because they are both YouTubers. Also, go check out Bruce Banner. Literally everybody that I know is becoming a live streamer, so that's cool because the space needs a lot more level-headed streamers. So sign up to everyone you can. Here's the secret about YouTube. All subscriptions are free unless you become a member, so you can have 1,000 of them if you want. Now, I've only got like 25 because there's only a few people I like to watch. But who knows? Maybe when you get more subscribers than me, I'll watch you, and then we'll all be happy. You're going live later tonight? Nice. Where do I get a 007 shoe pistol in size 11.5? Lol. Rifle at the top, what is it? That is a Sears Model 43103. I just haven't had the time to dedicate towards it yet, having a young one. That makes sense. I see you have that new Dodge. Nice trade-in. You talking about the Charger? Yeah, but I don't even drive the thing right now because I got the boy. I drove it up to my uncle's funeral and back, so I put like 1,000 miles on it. And honestly, if it gets another 1,000 miles this year, I'll be surprised. I almost never drive it. I drove it 81 miles after buying it in total, and then I drove it 1,000 miles. And it's not a Dodge, it's a Dodge. The G fell off the back, so I'm not an OG. Ha, get it? OG. Anyways, I need to practice my radio announcer voice. Coming to you live from my bedroom office thing. It's not my bedroom unless I sleep on the floor. There's no bed in here. Speaking of bed in here, go down to Mattress Warehouse. They're people and shit. I don't know, dude. I'm just fucking around now. Mid-Atlantic voice. What the hell is the Mid-Atlantic voice? I don't know what the Mid-Atlantic voice is. You talking about like Habibis? Like Lebanese? Is that Mid-Atlantic? I don't know. I mean, if we're talking true Mid-Atlantic, it's... And then, oh, okay. Never tried to do a live stream yet. You should do it. Good evening. It's 1941. Do you know where your children are? Probably not, because you never let them come home anyway. Good, Habibi. You are doing well. Very good. You want to go to Shawarma? We go to Shawarma. I am here for you. You are here for me. Everybody is good. Lebanese is always, it's such a chill dialect. It's kind of cool. Yes, Shawarma. We go to get the shawarma, Habibi. Get in the car. You want me to pay? I'm not paying. I'm driving. That's almost Jewish. I apologize. Hey, you want me to pay for this? It's not even kosher. I'm not here for this. I had 2 female neighbors. They were Lebanese. They were into each other. We go to Dar Market, they can have a wedding celebration, Habibi. My great-granddad was fighting in World War I. You hear him, I am trying to stop yoinking it every day. Dude, yoink it as much as you want, bro. Moms were lying. Your face won't stick like that, and you won't go blind. Whoever said, wait. Don joins at the silver level. Thank you, sir. Cash App telling me that's on your end in your settings. Fuck me. I can't get into my Cash App. It's on that phone that I'm filming on. Actually, it might be on this phone. Hold on. I'm going to dox myself. Give me a second. Hey, man, where did all the gun questions go? You can ask as many gun questions as you want, kid. I'll answer anything you want me to say. Cash App. Love your content and Rocky. Thank you, sir. Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities that bring about the birdie boo. That's what friend. I started too low.
Hello. Shit.
What do you think of the Charter Arms Pitbull in 9mm 38 Special is expensive? Charter Arms makes reasonably priced revolvers because their materials and finishes aren't the best, but if you're just looking for an occasional shooter, they're actually pretty solid. You know what's funny? You call me a kid, and you actually have every right to do that because I'm only 24 years old. I'm young. I'm 46 in a month. Literally a month. My birthday's November 13th. I will be 46 years old in a month. I am old enough to be your father's older brother. What do you think about a 50 caliber hat gun? I think it would blow your hat off.
Hello.
My dog is just sitting here staring at me because he doesn't understand what's going on. All he sees is me talking to my phone, although he knows sounds. So I play Ghosted Tabor, and when you exit a map, it makes this music and this countdown sound. He hears it, and he gets up and comes over to me when he's tired of me playing my game. Me and my wife said hi to the doggy. Hi, doggy!
Hello. For leaving. With the dog and the live and the loving stuff. Hello. Where you going, dog?
November 13th, you say. I can't wait to see the chat. No, I'm not going to go live on my birthday just to fuck with you guys. Also, I'm getting carrot cake because I'm 46 years old. That's right, I like carrot cake. I don't care what you guys say. Carrot cake is friggin' awesome, man. I'd eat carrot cake over chocolate any day. Last I saw him, he was so shy, it was funny. Well, you talking about Rocky? It's not that he's really shy. It's he doesn't understand fully what's going on. He's got a giant dork pointing his phone at him and trying to film him doing stuff. Did you see the video I put up on his channel where he farted in my face while I was sitting next to him? So I bit him on the ass. So we were at the dog park, and he was jumping, doing his obedience training, and there's this one big jump at the end that we always do. And he ran around it, so he took off towards another dog, and I called him back, and he stopped. It's called A Dog and a Dude. A Dog and a Dude. And it's the last short I put up. But I called him back to me, and he runs, right? And I'm like, come on, Rocky, come on, boy. Sorry, don't come over here. And he jumps through the obstacle, and he's going so fast that my brain won't react fast enough. I thought I was moving. Apparently I wasn't, because he took my legs out from under me like he was Jerome Bettis on crack. And I literally went, bam! And I landed on my chest, on my arm, my face. Luckily, there was nothing up here to damage. And it hurt my back, threw my back out. So what I do when that happens is I tend to take all the cushions off my couch and I lay them on the floor in a square pattern, and I use that as a bed so I can watch TV. Yeah, but this motherfather took me out like I was nothing, like I was a dead sack of potatoes. I agree, carrot cake is very good. I need to see what day that landed on. I put it up last night. Everybody likes the carrot cake. Do you like it with frosting or do you like it plain? That's another thing. Are you psychotic like me and you like it plain? I like me some plain ass carrot cake. Damn, sounds like he hit you hard. Dude, he was going for the recovery from the onside kick like it was the last fucking ball of the year. Didn't hurt the smooth brain. Luckily, my face broke my fall, so I'm all good. Did you hear PSA may possibly produce a affordable 50 BMG, the Sabre Lancet? No, that'll be interesting. I'll have to check that out. Is my single action army a reproduction? It is not a single action army. It is a heritage barkeep. Granted, it uses the SAA style, but it's not a true single action army because it's also in 22. Do I have a SIG on that wall? Right this second, no. This is the 2025 wall. Every gun up there was acquired in 2025. What caliber is the Sloth chambered in? He is chambered in double ought to know better. I'll take carrot cake either way. Me too. I'll take it on a plate, on a boat, in a plane, on a train, in Spain, in the rain, in my brain, with the pain. PSA has really stepped their game up. It'll be interesting to see. So the problem with PSA is they promise a lot of stuff. Once they deliver the product, I will give it the benefit of the doubt and try it. But until they deliver it, so you got beautiful guns. Thank you. I don't work out at all. Cat in the hat walls. Yep. Could you on a boat? Could you in a moat? He dubbed my chat. What do you mean I dubbed your chat?
I don't get it.
What does that mean? Also, I forgot to change the hardware on this, so while we're talking, I'm going to reset my fucking Windows because you'd think Windows would get over that shit. Oh my god, he changed hardware. It's all fucked up. Activate. Yeah, I know it's not activated, dumbasses. I changed hardware. Fuck. It's gonna ask me for a fucking password that's on my phone. Helps if you type it right. I'm only kind of stupid. Oh, somebody tried to break into my account. Can't do shit. They still have a lot of guns. They said we're going to release that haven't come out. Yeah, unfortunately, that is true, Michael. Some bastard trying to break in my shit. Some bastard gonna make me throw a fit. You can kiss my ass, you motherfuckers, yeah. Love brain damage, can't even remember a 6-digit code. Whoops, sorry, what reason would somebody buy a 5.7 pistol, especially a Kel-Tec? Light ammunition, fun to shoot, flat shooting, accurate, penetrative. Are you selling these guns? No. You need a SIG 22, SIG 226 Mark 25 for Christmas. Hey, if you're offering, I'll take it. Should be worried about Trump's use of the military for a precursor to abolishing the second. No, because he's not, as far as I know, looking to fucking really do that. He does believe in the Second Amendment. He's just an idiot. What do you think about the Austrian painter? About who? Yeah, I don't give a fuck if you can't. You motherfathers. Oh, I hate you. I hate you, Microsoft. Now I'm going to buy a stolen key because you wouldn't activate the copy that I paid $100 for. Just to teach you a lesson, I'm going to buy a stolen key. I didn't say that on live. Just kidding. Everybody fucking sign up, subscribe. I will pay more credence to you when you're subscribed. Just kidding. I don't care. Mike carries a SIG 365. Should have gotten an apple. I'm allergic to fruits. Heck, I'm Rocky. Rocky is basically asleep next to one of my gun safes. Good boy. What you thought about the Kel-Tec 5.7? It's an interesting gun. It's a clip-fed internal box mag that can't be unloaded without racking the slide 21 times. So they should have had some kind of ejecto roundo cuz that you could just push a button that would release all the rounds. It's stupid that you can't unload it easily. So if you go to some place where they ask you to unload your firearm, you're either going to have to unload it into the guy's face or sit there and rack it 21 times. And I know a lot of you are used to it, you know, but it's still annoying. But being as thin as it is, it's interesting, and that's the only reason it has the clip-fed system. It was not designed to be sold in California. It was actually designed that way to be thin. You have any shotguns? Nope, definitely not that one right there. Where's the 50 cal? Oh, I sold my 50 cal a long time ago. What's up, Daria? Daria, I'd love to send you an email. Can you send me an email after this? I want to talk to you guys about some stuff. Kel-Tec doing Kel-Tec things. Yeah, no kidding, man. Kel-Tec is the only company that encourages cocaine use. That is a wild statement on my part, and in no way is true. Don't listen to that. Need to do a giveaway. Giveaways are fake and false, and they don't really do anything to grow a channel. I probably will, but I'm not going to be giving away major stuff because, number one, that costs a lot of money, and number two, it's kind of a shit way to grow your channel. I did it for a while, and I got the members count up to like 150 because everybody wanted to get a free fucking Olight or some shit like that. But as soon as I gave away the Olight, everybody canceled their subscriptions and their memberships. So basically, I don't want to do it because it really messes with the algorithm when you guys sign up for a month just to get into a giveaway and then you just cancel your membership or you cancel your subscription. It hurts creators and the algorithm so that people don't get recommended anymore. My company encourages cocaine use. Yeah, the people that live in places. What do you think about the gun laws in New Hampshire? We are thinking of moving there and want to make sure we can have the same stuff we have in Georgia. No, New Hampshire, as far as I know, is okay, but I thought they have more restrictions in Georgia. What do I think about the High Point? Good way to put it. High Points are non-pretentious. If they were trying to sell their Yeet cannon for $400 because they let the people name it, then they would be pretentious assholes, aka Glock or Staccato. But since they sell that gun for $160, $170, and it's functional, and you can put an RMR on it, I've literally put $1,500 in accessories on a gun that costs 1/10 that, and it's funny. Because of their non-pretentious nature, I actually like them. Do you have an AK? Yes, couple. Dude, are they real guns? Yes. DeMark, yeah, do me a favor, man. Just be a little bit patient with me. When you ask a question, this isn't Twitch, and there's only 40 people in here, so you don't need to spam your question. I will get to every question, I promise you. You play Fortnite? No, I am 46 years old. And I've had sex with a woman. Oh, I thought they were airsoft. A lot of people do. Is that an M2011? What is an M2011? You don't need to put M. M was the designator for military designations. You're live. Good to see you. Haircut looks good. It's not really a haircut. I just literally buzzed it all off with my clippers. Trust me, Rocky looked really nervous when I turned around and started walking towards him. He might have a bald spot near his gooch. This is just how it's going to be, man. The hair's thin. It's too thin to care anymore. I don't care, and people like to make fun of it, so fuck it. I'm going Telly Savalas. Actually, I'm not going Telly Savalas because I'm not going to polish the dome. It looks good. Luckily, I have a head that's not overly bulbous, although I still have the dent on this side. If you guys ever meet me in real life, I'll show. Well, I've met Mouse in real life, but I have a dent right here from when I was like 22. I was helping unload a semi, and we used to have this guy that used to drive our semi for my dealership, and he was like 800 years old. He couldn't get the chains unlatched for cars, so one day I'm holding one, and so I'm pushing up so that he could get the latch. If you've ever worked with chain tie downs, you have to push up to add more tension to release the hook, and then it comes down. The motherfucker just lets go, and the bar comes around and smashes me in the head and knocks me off the trailer. I got a free car out of it, though. It looks good, bro. Thank you. Do you have a 9mm? Yeah, I'm not answering all those kind of questions, brother. Please make them a little bit more complicated for me. Asking me if I have something, I don't continually answer those questions. Just assume I do. That sucks. Sounds painful. Dude, it was my first concussion that I remember. Technically my second. I used to race BMX bikes when I was 10. I've seen the guy shooting the 50 BMG. Yes, I have seen that one. That's my worst fear with those chain tensioners. Yeah, it's not good. Maddie, what's up? You ever break trigger return spring in your CZ75 variants? I have not. I guess I'm just lucky. Also, Tanfolio is pretty damn solid. Maybe like the TriStar 120 maybe might have that issue, but I personally have never seen a Tanfolio break any of the springs. I'm going to call the FBI, the female video inspectors. Everyone make sure to hit the like button, double tap your phone screen. Do I have an AK-19X? Lol. Yes, it's chambered in 1911 40 cal. Yeah, so we're still doing the hoodies. They're still on pre-order because I've only done like 5 or 6. So you guys need to either step up or I'm just not going to produce them and everybody gets a refund. So I'm not spending $800 to make sweatshirts to sell 5. I'm just wondering because I carry an PO1 and worry about the spring a lot. Again, I've never heard of it happening in a good variant, but I guess anything's possible. I mean, fuck, Glocks break all the time and people say they don't break. I would not be worried about it. If you're worried about it, just double check the thing. You could always take it apart and replace it too. They're not that difficult to work on. Where are we with the titty stream donation goal? We are still $930 away. Any guns from Call of Duty? No, I'm 46 and I've had sex with a woman, so I don't play video games like that. Ah, man, I donated and everything. You did. You did. We might still get there, man. Glocks have too many springs. So I bought a Galloway Precision mag extension for my SD9. It was a good price, waiting on it to come in and making a video. You play Fallout 4. Yeah, but now I'm playing Ghost of Tabor, so I'm fucking amazing now. I don't look left or right when racing. Nice collection you got there, though, brother. Billy, I'm just fucking with you guys. I don't play Call of Duty because I'm not competitive online. I'm an extremely disabled gamer. I have to play VR games seated, so I can't keep up with a lot of guys in, like, fucking Ghost of Tabor, even though I've got 80 million Karuna in that game. Yeah, dude, I'll shave. I'll polish the dome, too, for another 500. Yeah. We're about to get a huge storm here. It's going to happen tonight and rain all day tomorrow in California. That's pretty crazy. What do you think of the Franklin Armory antithesis reversal and how that will affect the 2A community? What do you mean antithesis reversal? Can't pay you to do things you badly want to do, like wear a dress on YouTube. Okay. Love the 46 comments. Well, you mean that I'm old? I didn't say the Call of Duty thing. Oh. Not too educated on a revolver. That curved grip, is that a reference to referred to as a cattleman? Does that style fit comfortably in the hand of your opinion? I don't know. Hey, Booty Bandit, if you're still here, Joe. Yeah, you know the revolver game. I don't. Maddie says, how you been, brother? Hope things are well. Physically, I'm worse than I've been in a long time, but I'm absolutely tired of my local healthcare system. Valley Health can suck my dick, although they would probably mess that up somehow. I was at the emergency room for 4 hours today, and the guy literally looked at my chart for 10 minutes and made claims that weren't even true. Ordered tests for symptoms I didn't say I had, so I checked myself out, AMA, and they're like, please don't go. And I'm like, motherfucker, I would rather have a stroke than have you guys touch me again. Mrs. Mouse said the waves in the ocean look really choppy, and I can see the storm clouds rolling in. Nice! Hunker down, dude. You're in California. You only get that once every 26 years, so you'll be fine. The antithesis was an SBR cheat code from Franklin that loopholed SBRs by the reversed it 24 hours later. Oh, okay, yeah, no. I remember which one you were talking about. The problem is anything that tries to bypass a law that is obviously a bypass will at some point be challenged. Now, does it get appealed and go to the Fifth Circuit, or is Franklin Armory just going to have to just throw up their hands and say, you know what, technically it was in a gray area, we give up, blah, blah, blah. It's like Smokey Yunick used to be one of the biggest cheaters in NASCAR. Looks more like an Army-style grip. There's a Bisbee and Bird's Head style to grips. Yeah, so that's the, that one up there is the Barkeep, so I'm not sure which version of the grip that supposedly had. Dude, I'm fully recovered now, so I'm back at it. Nice, Maddie. Damn, hope you're feeling better. No, actually, we were at the dog park today, me and Rocky, and he was running around. It was a little drizzly out. We're looking for squirrels. I'm trying to keep him active. And I can't do it right now either. I look up at a tree, and literally I stopped seeing color, and I felt like I was going to throw up. Did I ever see Super Troopers? No. Love the Smokey Yunick reference. Hey, man, I'm old. I know a lot of shit. I see the Night Stalker. I have one too. Love it. What trigger is that? That is the Fusion Firearms flat face trigger. I got that trigger right after I got the gun. It's also custom stippled by my buddy Greg. That and the Match X are both custom stippled. Yeah. Do I have a 6mm? No, I do not. I'm not a rifle guy. That's my pup's name, Lamau. Yeah, well, I'm not going to call it out too much. My boy is sleeping comfortably. Need to catch up on your vids, to be honest. Anything I should watch first? You really haven't missed much, brother. I have not been doing much on the video front, but now that I have a sponsor for the channel, he's sponsoring some videos through Christmas, so make sure you just keep watching because I'm going to integrate that into the videos. It's good, and the second one is free to watch on YouTube by Mike Bones. We'll see. Am I a 2011 fan? I respect 2011s, and 2024, 2025 has been the years of inexpensive 2011. So I've reached out to companies. So Gerson sent the Match X. TSA sent a BR9 that's out getting custom work on it right now. Stippling wise, I do all my internal work. And that TSA started it all because that TSA is fucked up from the factory. Oh, we got sponsors. No way. Let's go. It's online advertising. It's my buddy's shop, Liberty Arms. So they stepped up and they're like, you know what, we could use a little extra stuff because he still gets phone calls on like the Mark 25 I did 5 years ago. So I figured I'd push him a little bit now that we're growing the channel a little bit, and he came on as a sponsor. So I'm reaching out to a lot of other people. I've signed up with the talent agent. Be like, hey man, find me fucking sponsors. I got rid of my Springfield Garrison because it flash rusted in a week and the grip safety was sharp in my hands. Did you experience that problem with yours? My Garrison was fine. I never had a rusting issue, and I didn't shoot it enough to really notice that the grip safety was sharp. Have I had the chance to frick around with the platypus yet? No. I have not messed with the platypus. I've held them. I've played with them without firing them, but I have yet to shoot one, and I really should, but money's just too freaking tight right now, dude. I'm barely making my bills at this point. Jimmini Show has opened my eyes to Sharps Brothers. I didn't know about them before the Jimmini Show. So, yeah, that's the review that's coming tomorrow is the Sharps Brothers 1022 Heat Seeker chassis. It's a little bit of an older chassis, but I really enjoy it, so I'm going to be doing a video on it. Anything works, brother. YouTube hates us anyway, so let's get the names out there pretty much. What do I think of the PX4 Storm? It's a fun gun. I got rid of mine recently. I had the 45 ACP. I traded it off for another gun. Just put me on a lot of guns I didn't know I liked before. Nice. Yeah, Sharps Brothers stuff is pretty solid. I picked up a different grip for it. That is the grip off my 37mm grenade launcher, and it's fine, but I don't like the finger groove. So I picked up a Magpul K2, and I'm going to have it stippled by Greg. So Greg is my dude that does all my stippling work, and he's going to do the grip on that. And then I'm trying to get the Benelli tactical stock for my M2. Haven't sold it yet. So I'm going to get the tactical stock for my M2 and have them stipple that too. YouTube is a B-hotch. We go into Twitch. Yeah, pretty much. Just received my Wilson Combat Tactical Super Grade. It's an amazing pistol. Nice, dude. Glad to hear it. Yeah, Wilson Combat built some good guns. Have Greg do the 2011 grip. It cost me $150, so probably not. What do you think about the SIG M400? If you're talking about the AR-15 variant, it's fine. I had one when they first came out for like a month. I never shot it, and I wound up selling it. Have him do it pro bono. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can really offer him in terms of trade, and he does it for money. It's a business relationship. It's not really like we never hang out. Let him keep the black one. He makes $50 an hour as a steel guy. He does not need my money or a free grip. Heard Kick actually doesn't mind the 2A community, but I heard some pretty wild stuff about the CEO of the company, and I refuse to support that. Yeah, so I'm not going to get on a high horse, but yeah, Kick allows a lot of stuff on their platform that is just blatantly not cool in terms of piracy, theft, and actions of people on their platform. I mean, look, Johnny Somali and all these fucking morons that get kicked off of YouTube and Twitch go to Kick. There's a reason for that. Look at Jack Doherty. And also, Twitch allows you to manipulate firearms. So I was thinking I might do a dual stream on Twitch with the camera pointing down and playing with guns while you guys are forced to watch me on YouTube with the camera up here in my face. Alex, what's going on? Sorry, I gotta check some of your channels because they're back to using your @ symbols. And I have a pimple on the inside of my fucking eyelid. What is up with that? You okay, buddy? You can go to the bedroom, dude. He has the entire apartment to sleep in, and he always sleeps in the same room that I'm currently in. I try to put him into the bedroom, and he refuses to stay in there. Multitasking at his finest. Yeah, so like one of my customers, I put sights on his Tauruses, and he left me his Beretta or his Taurus PT92 for a full cleaning and detail strip. That's a horrible place for a pimple. Trust me, I know. I've got one above and under here. You know what it is? I had some candy the other day, and sugar makes me break out like a little 14-year-old fucking idiot. Sorry, I'm not trying to cuss so much. Would YouTube trip on hearing or knowing that you're touching firearms? They can't. So the AI that they use is visual based, not auditory based. So if I make a sound, it can't just determine that it's me manipulating a firearm. So as long as they don't see the firearm, because I can hold things like a magazine, I can even hold a bare slide. But if I hold anything that's firearm shaped, that's when the AI goes stupid. So like if I turned around and I was holding something gun shaped, the AI would automatically catch that. Why are there no holsters for my Ruger Security 380? Is it not that common anymore? The Ruger Security 380 was never really mainstream. That's more of a custom-made holster or using a universal holster. Am I stoned? No. But if you're buying some ZA, let me know. It doesn't work on me, but it'd be funny. The German Shepherd in my dog means that even though he's got short fur everywhere, he's got a mane. It's hilarious. My dog. Yep. In your opinion, what gun brand jams the most? My opinion would be a 1911. Well, that's not true at all. 1911s are actually really solid. The only reasons that most modern 1911 jams are actually the magazines. In terms of what gun brand jams the most, it would be High Point. Straight blowback guns tend to jam more than any other gun. Also 22 caliber guns. So things like the Ruger Mark IV, which is a pretty solid gun normally, can be a little bit ammo sensitive. Think it would go off if you hold a banana like a gun? Probably. I've seen people get taken down for stuff like that. What 2011 would you go with? For what price range are you asking? Because I'm happy. I've got the TSOS BR9 Duty double stack, which is their Gen 2. It's like a $750 2011, and it shoots just as nice as my full custom Match X and my custom TSOS. Thinking about getting the wife the S&W Bodyguard. That's a good choice, Cody. I heard it's a really good shooter. I paid my 2024 taxes today. Ouch. Sorry. So if drugs don't work, how do things like poison or toxins work for you? Sorry, just wondering. So I don't take a lot of poisons, but I would assume that it depends on what class they are. If it's an opioid-based one, they won't affect me, other than cell damage, which can be effective without actually triggering a mental response or a cognitive problem. But opioids don't work on me, and I'm allergic to antibiotics and stuff. So depending on what family the toxin or poison's from, I may be non-reactive to it. I'm non-reactive to fentanyl. Most people don't know that 1911 mags aren't all the same. Yeah, hold on a second. Let's see, do I have a couple in here? One good thing about the Jimmini Show is he always has shit laying around. One good thing about the Jimmini Show is he has no idea where that shit is. Nope, that's a High Point. Okay, so this is, I believe, a KCI. Not American Tactical, so it's probably a KCI. So this is an 8-round 1911 magazine with a traditional follower. Most 1911s had this style follower in them, a simple stamped piece of steel. with a large spring that went down. Now this has a different base plate because it's made for a gun with a magwell. This is the mags that I use in all of my 1911s. This one is actually a little worn out, and I'm selling this mag because I also trade out my mags every year or so. But this is a Wilson Combat magazine. Wilson Combat magazines use a more modern polymer follower that is thicker, but you will also see that it's actually at a steeper angle for the feed ramp than a standard 1911 mag. You see how it's cupped to hold the round, as well as the tip is higher. This magazine will keep a 45 ACP at the correct angle for feeding versus this one, which is designed for a 7-round magazine with a stronger spring. They went with a weaker spring that compresses more to get that extra round in here. This is why your piece of shit your piece of shit 1911 jams, because you're using a piece of shit mag, not the gun problem. You got an ARP? Yep. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog. Would you recommend a 10 to? It doesn't like the 8-rounders because 8-round magazines are heavierly sprung, more heavily sprung. How much for the mag? Probably like $30 when I sell it. It works fine. It's just it's starting to stick up a little bit in the front that I don't like. Found the AUG has a fully polymer fire control unit. That is true. The reason why I said 1911 jams a lot is because I went to the range, I shot like 2 mags, and it jammed like 3 times. However, I watched Kentucky Ballistics, so I knew the tap rack technique. Well, it's good that you know it, but again, it's always good to be able to drop a little bit of a knowledge, but it's the magazines that can really affect the 1911. Spend $50 and get a good magazine, and that gun will run a lot better. Rock Islands are actually really solid 1911s with shit mags because they switch back to ACTs or KCIs or some shit. So just dump those. Sell those for $20. Spend the extra $30 and get these. Or you can actually go to edbrown.com. Go to edbrown.com. If you send in your mag and $10, I can send in this mag and $10 and get one of their new Ed Brown magazines, stainless, with the polymer followers. What do you think about the PSA daggers? They're fine. I'm not a fan of Glock clones. I'm not a fan of Glocks. I hate Glocks, actually. I hate Glock the company, and because of that, by extension, I hate anybody that likes them. I have a Glock tattoo, by the way. That's a good deal. Yeah, exactly, man. Just go to Ed Brown's website. Thank you. Comes in with a nice little donation. Appreciate that, sir. I wish I could read your name. So I've been scamming right, and the Mercedes is my main right now. My Challenger is in the shop for a new body kit. My Lexus got total. I just know, is there anyone you don't like? What do you mean, like in terms of manufacturers and brands? Honestly, no. And this is going to come off as really fucking psychotic, but I think the new Prius is fire, dude. But when it comes to cars, the Camaro has always been off-putting in my, like, personal opinion because the window is this big. You know, no Vizzies. I need new SSN for the BMW. I want to buy a BMW M6, excuse me, the M5 Coupe, the V10. I want to buy one with a blown engine and a manual transmission, and I want to put the old E46 straight 6 in one. Not to get political, but did you see what Sean Ryan gifted California Governor Newsom, a P365 macro? He held it for like a weirdo. Like he thought it was infected. No, I haven't seen that. I don't watch much of Sean Ryan. He's not my cup of tea. I'm not saying anything bad about him. He's just not my guy. But yeah. I'm bad at typing stuff. I swear I'm not a turd. The shekel is a national currency of Israel. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate that one. What do you know about Advanced Tac? Don't know anything about Advanced Tac. I know Advanced Track. Like, it sucks in mid-2000s GM products. I almost bought a Cadillac CTS manual. It was only a V6 model, but it was a 2012, something like that, 2011, 2012. But the fucking Advanced Track the light was on and the traction control was on and the fucking ABS was on, so it was in limp mode. Can't fucking stand GM just for that. The Rock Island 1911 is popular in Wild Bunch matches. Honestly, it's a good gun. Rock Island makes more 1911s than TSOS, Gerson, anybody. And I'm not calling out any brand, but I'm just saying they make more than anybody else. My first gun was a 1911 by Rock Island. They sell parts kits for Rock Island 1911. Oh, that anybody that makes a parts kit will sell one that will work in a Rock Island because they are literally para-ordnance pattern guns, which makes them 100% compatible with government-style internals. What's the best gun to use for self-defense? You know, this is going to be a little bit weird answer to you, Eddie. The best gun for self-defense is the one you train with. You might be better with a high point CM9 money dollar bill than I am with any of my 2011s if you practice with your gun more than I do with mine. So in terms of what's the best gun for self-defense, training. The way you can handle your firearm is much more important than the firearm you're using. What is that honeycomb tattoo? None of these tattoos are really anything. I just told my tattoo guy to just come up with a bunch of like geometric patterns and stuff. And we're actually, money's been so tight lately that I haven't really been able to do anything. I'm doing underlays. So this is the top layer, and underneath it, I'm going to have red hexes all over my arm. So it'll make the black pop out more, but we need to get around with it. Is this in your bedroom? No, this is in my office. This is the YouTube office, I call it. Bear Creek Arsenal, they're fine. I've only held a Rock Island gun in a gun shop. It was a VR-80 shotgun, and that thing was a beauty. Interesting gun. It's not actually Rock Island. That's actually a Daria Arms. Daria, by the way, they have U.S. manufacturing now. They sent me the Island Port top for my DY9. Daria manufactures the VR-80 for Rock Island. Random question. Am I the only one getting live BS on YouTube? You seem chill, but if I have to see another chicken trying to see important, I'm going to lose my mind. What happens if you click on a live stream and then you exit out, you're stuck in live stream mode, so you need to actually close out your YouTube and open it back up on the shorts. If you can get a fully 1911 minus a lower frame for $275 on their website, you can build a 1911 for like $350, maybe less if you can find a lower. Yeah, but the lower is the serialized part, and that's a pain in the ass. Can the tattoo guy do a tattoo of the photo of you, me, and Mrs. Mouse at the show in PA? On me? You don't have enough money. What gun do you recommend the most for self-defense? You're not going to like my answer, Eddie. I don't recommend guns to individuals without knowing them personally. So what I do is I tell you which guns are reliable, such as the Glock 19, the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0, the Canik Meta line, FN's older line, and Walther PDPs. But again, I'm not going to suggest to you what's going to be the best gun. Ruger RXM, that nerdy kid in high school that was peer pressured into college and the gatekeeping trends they never liked. Okay. T-Sauce, PX9, what do you think? I have the Duty Comp, and I like it. It shoots well. The PX9 is an excellent choice if you're on an extreme budget for the feature set you get. It has a slightly worse than Canik, but still better than almost all other striker-fired guns trigger. Very easy to manipulate, and if you get the PX9 Duty, even without the comp, the PX9 Duty, you basically have a 19X with a full-size frame and a short slide. Have you heard of the M48 Cyclone? No, I have not. No, I have nothing to sell you other than hoodies. It's a colorful office. Do you train with all those guns? Is it what you do for a living or a hobby? Do we train people to use them? Go ahead, when you're done with the live, click on my name and you'll see that I do reviews and talk about them a lot. As a living, I'm trying to make it work as a living, but I really have never put any effort into it. I got 186,000 subscribers because I'm an idiot, and I might start doing it better. What AR do you like? Custom builds. I only like custom builds. Evan, hello. I donated almost $15K today to Uncle Sam in the great state of California. Honestly, $15,000 for business taxes is not the worst I've ever heard of. Thoughts on the M18? I have the M17. It's basically the same gun, only for big people. I'm a giant person, so. Y'all think Ruger's falling off? Falling off, never really been on top since the 90s, you know? What's brackish? Brown water. What's your take on Xbox going extinct? Don't care. Ever since I started building custom PCs, I don't give a shit about console. G43X with Federal HST, that's fine. AK-47 gun showing, please. No, can't pick up guns on live stream. And I didn't buy any in 2025, so they're all in the safe. I traded for one, but I sold that one. What setup would you suggest for a beginner for self-defense? Again, I don't know you. I don't recommend individual guns to individual individuals. What I would tell you is go to a gun store. If you're talking about self-defense, you're probably going to start with a pistol of some sort. Go to a gun store. See what they have in stock. See what fits your hand well, what you aim well. You know, you're going to want to find a safe spot. Ask them a safe direction to point. See which guns you naturally can pick up and put into your aim. And then if they have a range that'll allow you to rent that gun, great. If not, find a range that has those guns, rent them, and shoot them. That way you can figure out what's going to work best for you. I don't like answering that question. So what if I tell you a 19X, which I don't believe, but I told you a 19X was the best self-defense gun. You buy it and you're a shit shot with it because you don't know how to handle a Glock shot. You know, I don't want to be the reason you hate a gun you bought and then you lose hundreds because the minute you sign the paperwork for that gun and it goes into my 4473 as a sold gun, that gun is used. Doesn't matter if you don't put around with it. Doesn't matter if you don't walk out of my goddamn store with it. The minute you do the paperwork, that gun is used. My personal taxes, and I had a bunch withheld. This state takes too much money. Yeah. The most innovative gun design you've seen in 2025. Honestly, I haven't seen much that I would really call innovative. Everybody keeps trying to redo the same things over and over. And honestly, guns don't need to be that wild. You know, we have the rotating barrel, we have gas operated, we have standard tilting locking action, we have breech lockup. We have basically all the styles we need in terms of gun. What we need is somebody and a lot of companies to focus on making those guns better. Go to bed, Unk. You got work in the morning. I don't work. I'm retired. You need a Colt 25. I have one. Where's Stonehaven? He was in here when we started. He's been gone for a while. What gun do you have? Hold on. Under the shotgun, and why does it have a sniper scope on it? Well, that's not a sniper. That is a Ruger 1022 in a Sharps Brothers Heat Seeker chassis. YouTube is cracking down on a lot of stuff. You got to remember, Observer, YouTube is a private organization. Freedom of speech does not extend to private organizations. Freedom of speech protects you from the government censoring you. It does not protect you from individual entities censoring you, removing you, etc. Don't even acknowledge idiots like that, moron. The fact that he keeps on typing the same shit over and over proves he's a moron. What is your personal favorite sidearm for everyday carry? 1911s. I carry a full-size government 1911. Who am I hunting? Bigfoot with a 22 caliber? If I shoot Bigfoot with a 22 caliber, he's going to rape me. Hope it all goes well for you. I can see you going far doing this. How long you've been interested in firearms and training? What got you into them? So I've only been into guns since 2017 after I died. I couldn't do my old vocation, which was selling cars. I did that for almost 20 years because I had to retire medically. So I got into guns. My buddy said he was starting a gun store, and he took me out shooting for the first time. How I handled the Canic Prime? Yes, the Canic Prime is fine. I bought Battlefield 6 last night and played less than an hour. Yeah. You like the CZs? Yes, I do. I do not say blah, blah, blah. Everybody says blah, blah, blah. What is a gun you always wish they would manufacture because you like it, or is it a good idea? Example like classic reproduction or a high-capacity, low-profile 1911. I don't think I would ever want a low-profile 1911, and they make those. I have one. It's called the Para-Ordnance CCW. Flat controls and all that shit. Honestly, I can't think of guns in that respect because I'm too new to guns, relatively speaking. I never got into the old guns. I didn't have family members that were like, here, come shoot this old shotgun with me. Here, let's go have fun. Let's go out behind the barn and drink whiskey while shooting pots or whatever old country bumpkins used to do. No one's perfect. One of these days you'll step up to a SIG 229. Used to have one, had the Legion. Got rid of it. That's very good. I think those are pretty good. Thank you. Do you have feet or are you just joking? No, I don't have feet. Still nasty with the 227. 227's an awesome gun. I sold mine to a good buddy. CZ is officially a hippie brand. They were. They're not anymore, Evan. Now FN is the hippie brand. Favorite pistol of this year so far? Don't really have one yet. It's too early in the year to tell. Honestly, nothing's come out that's really, pardon the pun, tripped my trigger. Unless it's something like fucking something from Nighthawk Custom, and I don't have 10 grand, so it doesn't matter. I was thinking of getting an AR-15. It will be my second rifle. Is that a good choice? Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with owning an AR-15. An AR-15 is an extremely versatile firearm, especially if you get one in a 5.56, because you can shoot 223 out of it. You can easily swap out the uppers for a couple of $100. You can get a 22 conversion and shoot 22 LR, which is cheaper. You can put a 300 blackout. You can go to freaking 50 Beowulf if you want. Damn, Joe, you called me a hippie. Sorry, bro. You have a favorite caliber? Nope. I shoot a lot of 9 and 45 because those are my favorite guns, tend to be in those calibers. CZ did something with Canada, trying to remember. Canada did something with CZ. It's called Butt Buntham. I had a 226 Mark 25. It was nice, but I still love my Glocks. Have you shot a Colt Commander? Yes. I'm still thinking of looking for a Macmillan TAC 300. If you're ever looking for a Macmillan TAC 50, I know where there's one with a half-pound trigger. It's a duplicate of the one the Canadian sniper used for the 2-mile shot, or the mile shot, whatever it was, the super long shot. Have you ever tried out one of those PDW conversion kits? Yes, I've had a few of them. Like, let's say a semi-auto double barrel or a 22 TCM 9R rifle or a multi-caliber gun like a Medusa revolver. In terms of what? Guns that I would want? I don't want any of those. What are your thoughts about keeping a drum mag? In regards to what? For recreational use, it's fine, but if you ever loaded a drum mag more than once, it sucks. Hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you, C-Man. Appreciate that. Out of all the guns you owned over the course of your life, which one would you want to have back? CZ Tactical Sport Orange that I sold to my buddy Stonehaven. I sold it to him because I thought I didn't like it, and then I shot it again after selling it to him, and it turns out I really fucking like that gun. And I keep saying that I was going to buy another one, and I've spent the same amount of money on other guns because I'm a stupid moron. So if I can ever find another one of those, I'm even willing to get rid of my STI Grandmaster, which would help pay for one. Can't pick up guns on live stream. Stop asking. Copperhead, like Terran Tactical, is overpriced BS. I don't look at anything Terran Tactical. Look, Terran Tactical is Terran Tactical. I'm done bullshitting and shitting on other companies and other people because it doesn't help the community at all. All I'll say is I'm not a fan. Are those PDW conversion kits reliable and worth it? Thinking about splurging. They're fine. The main thing is literally the PDW kits are just remote mount triggers because they're usually using an extended trigger bar to either make it a PDW bullpup or an AR-15 style like the PIX. They're fine as long as you're using a good reliable gun with it. If you don't sniff your gun on the first time you fired it, I always sniff my guns. Drum mags is fun for the idea of the range, but the load is, yeah. They make a 1911 single stack drum mag. Pro Mag sells them. They're like $120 and it holds 40. I mean, if it holds 40, that would be fun. I have a beautiful idea. Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 with the 150 stick mag that's long enough to look like a walking stick. There was a gun back in the 20s. It had a U-shaped mag that held like 50 rounds. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a pistol. I think it was a machine pistol. Do I like Merkeds? You mean Mercedes? No. Doesn't, but literally robbery what Terran does. Lol, some dumb guy put that on idea on his... Put that to his ideal gun as a Terran Glock. Oh, I get where you're coming from. Yeah, look. if you like what they do, if you like Taron Butler, fine. I will never get a gun from Taron Tactical to review. They will never send me one. I've been very vocal about that. I'll never get a gun from Staccato. I've been very vocal about how they're a ripoff. I'll never get one from Glock. They're a fucking ripoff. Outside of that, I'm not ripping on any individual. I'm just talking about their businesses. I think their business practice is atrocious, and the fact that they rip people off while looking them right in the fucking eye is atrocious and sickening. I use bacon grease as lube. I've used engine oil before. I feel like a dedicated PCC would be more preferred due to the fact that you still have your pistol, ideally one that can take your pistol's mags. Honestly, yes. The PDW chassis system makes more sense for folks that live in states that makes it harder to get multiple firearms or to have a true PDW or an SBR or things like that. If you are going to look for two guns, I would agree with you. Get a PCC. You can even get a short barrel pistol style PDW that uses the same mag. CMMGs are a very famous example of that. They make them that take SIG mags, Glock mags. Ruger's PC carbine takes both, takes Ruger mags. So there's plenty of options out there if you're looking for a gun and a PDW. You know how the 120 millimeter gun on the Abrams work? I do not. Isn't it electronically fired? I like P320s because they're like a Tesla. They drive themselves, and if you don't take control, they'll kill you. You talk Policia. You couldn't have fucked that up anymore if you had tried, son. So what if I was able to design a 7.62 around that fire-depleted uranium darts? The biggest problem you would have is getting depleted uranium shells or ammo. Heard lamp oil being used as lube. I mean, anything that's a true petroleum-based oil should work. The engine oil smelled weird after I used it, but I was at the range and I'd forgotten my range bag and my AR-15 wasn't cycling because it was completely dry. I'm just saying $1,500 for a 1911 is kind of wild, and it acts like a $1,600 1911. Understood, I get that. Why so many guns? Because I'm a gun reviewer, a gun channel, a collector, and an enthusiast. Hello, the Mandarin. Mandan, give me your other name because all it's doing is your goddamn @ symbols again because YouTube is full of morons who don't understand that I don't want to learn new names. I'm old. So you had to use a specific oil. Specific gun oils are better for a firearm, but if you're in a pinch, anything will work better than nothing. Butter will work as a lube. No, spit is water-based. That's not going to work. Those guns up for adoption? Poor little things. No, none of my guns are up for adoption anymore. Fuck every one of you guys. Just started raining. You'll be fine. It's California. It'll be done in 4 minutes. Is that the Kel-Tec shotgun? Yes. I've used Rem oil from Walmart. I mean, use whatever you got to. You have Shoppy's Choice gun, a fave gun, Desert Island gun. I don't know anything you just said. Sorry to hear that. Were you a mechanic or part of a car company? Do you still actively shoot your guns? Which guns are your favorite to work with, like autos or semis? I don't own any full auto guns. So all my guns are semi-automatics. No. I sold independent used cars, and then I went to work for Ford, a Ford dealership. Here's a funny thing. If you ever go to a dealership, go to a Ford dealership, go to a Chevy dealership, go to a Dodge dealership, go to a Toyota dealership. Those are not owned by the company. The only company that owns their manufacturing and selling would be companies like Ferrari. Actually, most Ferrari dealerships buy their cars from Ferrari too. Tesla is one of the only companies that actually sells directly to the public. Stonehaven is the master adopter. He's a master baiter is what he is. He keeps on tricking me into selling him shit. What's up? Which state are you in? Virginia. His guns are his babies. He ain't letting go to them. I'll get rid of a baby. I just won't get rid of my dog. How is your Fusion? Is it worth the buy? If you're referring to the XP Pro, yes. If you're referring to the XF Pro, way yes. So Fusion Firearms is a solid-ass company. They create nice 1911s. Like they make like $3,000-$4,000 1911s if you go to their website. But they also do $750 1911s that have front strap checkering, rear strap checkering, lightning cuts, all that shit. So they're definitely worth the look on all their guns. And the XP Pro that takes a Glock mag, I mean, compare that to the fucking Staccato at 3.5 or 4.0 or whatever the fuck that is at $3,000. I'll take 3 XP Pros over that any day of the week. 7-Eleven is different. 7-Eleven is not selling just 7-Eleven products. So when you work for a Ford dealership, you are selling Ford's products. You don't work at a Ford dealership and sell new Toyotas. You don't work at a Ford dealership and sell new Nissans. You work at a Ford dealership, you just sell Ford products. Yes, the used side of it is the used side of it. You sell whatever you want. So it's a little bit different than what you're talking about. A franchisee is literally somebody that is actually still backed by the original company. So it's the same way with a dealership. That's the only way that they're similar. So when you have a Ford dealership, you get allocations from Ford. Ford helps you subsidize your dealership, subsidizes your advertising. When you buy a car from a dealership, if you look at the actual invoice that the dealership gets versus your window sticker, your Maroni sticker, you'll see that there's usually $1,500 to $3,000 of what's called holdback on every vehicle. That is money that Ford packs into the price of the car that allows you to pay your advertising, your detailing, your secretaries, all the other parts of a company that don't actually make you money. In a car dealership, outside of the service department and the sales force, those are the only two departments in a car dealership that make money. So your janitors, your security, your secretaries, your receptionists, people that aren't actively generating income for the dealership have to be paid out of the money that's brought in. So subsidies from the manufacturer help pay those. Glock is king stupid. Like 1911s, personally I have awesome luck with T-Sauce, good for budget. I own 45 and 9, so if you're looking at 19s, they're a good budget model. T-Sauce is perfectly fine. It's hard to fuck up a gun. When T-Sauce first started, when they were still being sold as Zig, I have a video on there from when they were still marked as Zig 1911s. Those guns were horseshit. They put ramps in them. So there are multiple designs for barrels for 1911s, both 9, 45, 10, whatever fucking caliber you want. They have different designs for the feed ramp. And T-Sauce decided to go with the most truncated ramp with a shitty mag. So the rounds had to sit perfectly, otherwise they wouldn't feed. So they wouldn't feed hollow points. It's the same problem ATI has. So for the longest time, their guns were shit because they didn't run. What cars do you like? I can find a car from just about every manufacturer that I like. Fuck, I would drive a Yugo because I think they're cool. You're like the David Attenborough firearms. It's absolutely crazy. I would never known about that Ford is beyond my belief. Which cars do you think they're the most reliable? Pretty much every car since the introduction of OBD2 and dual airbags is probably okay. To say that they're all good is a lie. There's obviously cheap companies. But after 2007 is when cars were required in the United States to have traction control, dual airbag. Dual airbags was actually 1996. Yeah, 1996 when OBD2 came out. They also passed a law. So 1997, all cars had to have front driver and passenger airbags unless they were commercial vehicles. 2007 was when traction control was mandated, and then in 2015, backup cameras were mandated. So any car can be reliable if you take care of it. I've had some of the shittiest cars ever that ran fine because I took care of them. What's the strongest in your favorite? Don't really have a favorite, honestly. I don't. I thought I liked my DWX the most, but then the finish came off of it. I really like my Para Ordnance Black Ops, but honestly, somebody gave me $1,500, I would sell it in a fucking heartbeat. I hate seatbelts. I'm sorry to hear that. They unfortunately do work. Unfortunately, it's proven. But I know a lot of people that hate them. I've seen a lot of pictures of people's cars where the seatbelts are still buckled even when they're not sitting in them. That means that you're buckling your seatbelt and sitting on top of it. My mom was full Korean and an alcoholic, so I've been involved in way too many freaking car accidents to really not want to wear a seatbelt. And when I started learning to drive, one of my buddies was a terrible driver, got into an accident the day he got his driver's license. That's how bad he was. And he only got his driver's license after his third fucking try. So, yeah, I don't mess without seatbelts, dude. I don't even like driving convertibles anymore. Thank you for your time. The wife and I had a good time watching tonight. Have a good night. You too. Our friend wants to trade his 2018 Silverado for a new Toyota 4Runner. I mean, do what you got to do. I've been out of the business for so long, man, that I don't even know what's going on. I do square bodies, Toyotas, Hondas, and some Fords. Nothing newer than '05 ever. So I agree that there's a year cutoff. Like, I really don't like my buddy. Found him a Taurus SHO. It's a 2016 or 2015, and Ford decided when they went to their sync system, their sync 2 system. Pretty much all Fords from 2012, actually I think 2010 and up, maybe 2011, but they use what's called an APIM. I don't know what the acronym stands for, but basically it's the brains of the electronic systems of the car. So he has the Sony-based audio system, adaptive cruise, all that shit. When the APIM goes out on that car, you lose your audio, you lose your adaptive cruise, you lose your cruise control, period. You get fucking, sometimes your HVAC goes out because it's all controlled by one part of the circuit board that needs to be replaced if it goes out. My Durango, my Ram, my Chargers, all my cars, I don't like to go to the newer style because in those cars, if my radio goes out, I can change it. If the speedometer goes out, I can change the cluster. There's a lot of things I can still do on up to like a 2018 Dodge. So that's why I like the older ones there. It's going to be playing Battlefield 6. That's fine, dude. We're only going until 10 anyways. If I'm doing 5 days a week, I'm only doing a couple hours a day until unless people want to fucking join the channel, join the chats, become members. When you become a member for $2 a month, you get to get extra videos. And if I'm going to be pushing this as hard as I plan on, there will be a lot of extra videos. So you guys come along. If you guys really want to do that, I need you guys to come along and be my peoples. $2 a month. Have I ever done some martial arts? Nope. Wow, you're streaming every day now? Yeah, pretty much. Thoughts on Tundra? It's not my favorite brand. My buddy has one. I'm fine with them. I almost bought one when I bought my Navigator. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. When do you think you'll be streaming? Usually from 8 o'clock. I'm not going to change the start time. It's just I'm not going to be doing it for super long every day. Suppose it's just how people treat their cars. When were rear airbags installed or even thought of? Was it a couple years after the front? No, because airbags have been around since the 80s. Volvos were the first cars to have airbags, and they had them back in the 80s. When you're talking about side curtain airbags and stuff, that all started probably, I try to remember the first car that had side curtain airbags, probably a Lexus of some sort, probably 2008, 2009, somewhere in there. No, actually, probably before then because we had side seat airbags back then too. I miss Macho Man Randy Savage. It was a better world when he was still around. That is a weird thing to say, but I agree. What full-size SUV would you go with? Well, I just sold my 14 Navigator, so, and I had a Durango before that. I like the Navigators. I like the Expeditions. I like the Tahoes too, honestly. I've never messed with the Sequoia or an Armada from Nissan or any of the other variants. They just do nothing for me. What's your most fun gun to shoot? That's a very subjective thing. Sometimes the stupidest gun is the one to shoot. What do I think about a 67 Impala SS? I've never seen a really pristine one to know. I'm not a huge fan of. I'm a fan of old cars, but I'm a fan of more modern technology like fuel injection, full disc brake, stuff like that. So give me a 67 Impala resto mod, and I'm a happy camper. Put in an LS4 or an LT4 out of a new Camaro, 460 horsepower and a 6-speed manual transmission, and I'm there. Echelon's better than Glock. Agreed. Well, I'm asking you, haha, what's your funnest gun to shoot? Personally, my favorite gun to shoot would probably be. I remember, man. Probably my Match X. Because I've done a lot to it. What about a 1969 Dodge Daytona Hemi? Again, that would be cool to have, but I'm not. Even if I had the money, I'm not spending a $500,000 for a wing car. And again, I don't like carbureted. I can work on a carbureted car. I can do drum brakes in my sleep, but I don't like them. What's the bolt action with the wooden stock? That is a Sears Model 43-103. Do you own night visions? No, I don't. I'm going to play the campaign for Battlefield 6 first to learn the controls. Remix. Have an amazing night. You too. Just make sure to hit that like button as you go out, brother. Like and subscribe. Subscriptions are free. You don't have to watch my videos, although it would help if you did. But if we can get to 200,000 subscribers, that's the point. I think that's a good milestone to get, like, sponsors and shit. So, do it. Do it now. Do it! Get to the sponsor! Yeah, you guys are doing it, which I love. You guys are awesome for coming along and hitting that button. So appreciate it. But if I can get 100 a day, that'd be 3,000 a month, which would be another 40,000 a year, 36,000 a year. But it will grow exponentially as we keep going. So I just want 100 subscribers a day. I don't think that's unreasonable. I mean, I went from 8,000 to 100,000 in 3 months. I was delayed and thought you were ignoring me. I am. What time are you going on tomorrow? 8 p.m. You will trust me. You're such a great guy and informative. You will get snatched up. Oh, I certainly hope so. But, you know, I need to make money doing this, man. I got bills to pay. And if I'm going to do this full time, it's got to pay, which also means I got to focus on my computer side. So I threw together another computer so that I can do maybe some Twitch streaming of Ghost at the Boar. I'm going to be the Island King, you know. But yeah, 8 p.m. every day. If I stay on later, it's because people are donating. And I'm not saying you have to donate for me to stay on later, but I give back when people give to me. I don't ask you for money without giving you something. So I'm not going to be one of those fucking losers that sits here and goes, give me $5 so I can buy a sandwich. No, I want to earn your money. So I will do things to earn your money. I've really grown to love my 05 GNC Envoy. It has a 6-liter. Wait. Oh yeah, you got the 4.2 liter. Yeah. You missed it. We were only $20 from reaching. No, come on, mouse. Stop trying to trick him. It's $35 now. Go-to brand for pistol red dots. Honestly, I've been using a lot of Siley and Burris. Although I really do like the Osight SE. That's an enclosed red dot for $170. It's one of the cheapest on the market. And then Holosun. Holosun is an exceptional brand for value up until you get to like the titanium series and shit. $500 for an optic is too much. But $200 to $300 is kind of the sweet spot for a red dot. Yeah, it might be the same price as the gun, but that's either saying a lot about the red dot or very little about your gun. Hell yeah, all week streams now are going to hit hard. Yeah, and we'll see how well I keep up with it. Get sponsored for more, lol. I have to get pop off soon as like 3 a.m. It's almost 10 o'clock for me, and I'm getting off at 10 o'clock as well. So, am I an Escalade fan? I'm more of an older Escalade fan. I'm not a huge fan of the new ones. They're kind of ugly. But give me like a 2012 to 2014. They got the Burris Fastfire on sale for like $150. Yes, the Fastfire E is a hell of a deal. Normally it's like a $300 optic, and it's like $150. The C's on sale. I have the C on the Gerson right now. I love that optic. It's great. I've never had an issue with it. And I try out all kinds of different optics. That's an Aimwin RMR style on the Daria. That is a something or other Trijicon knockoff on the XF Pro. That's the Burris Fastfire E mailbox on top of the DWX. Fuck, I keep forgetting I have that gun. That gun means so little to me, I don't even remember I have it half the time. And then the XP Pro has a Siley Chameleon, which is a SRO knockoff. Saw the new Tron movie. Nice. I'll have to check it out at some point. I'm sure my buddy will steal it. Goodness, that makes me sound old. Everything makes me sound old. When I saw it on the email, I thought it was for a rifle. Yeah. Does California even have ranges? Yes, it's called Compton. It's free range. You alive, buddy? It's almost the end of the live stream. You want to come say hi? Have you tried Gideon for red dots? I have not. I really need to. By the way, Dan the Man, the Legend. That's who you are. Sorry, the man, Dan. I don't know why I didn't recognize that one. I heard Compton was getting gentrified. I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about California because fuck California. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. I want you to say hi to everybody. Come here. You want a treat? I can't keep bribing you. You want to come here? I'm going to film you. I'm going to turn the camera around. Dude, last night, or when I made that other video of him farting, I was literally, he turned around for some reason, and his ass was right next to my face. And you know what I said 3 minutes before he started farting? Please don't fart in my face. And what does he do? I literally hear, my buddy has a silencer. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come here, pal. Really? You suck. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. 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 Stop scratching yourself. That's what I'm for. Come here. I'll help you. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, yes, buddy, buddy, buddy. Come here. Over here. Over here. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, yeah. This is Rocky. For those of you that don't know, this is my boy right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Getting them pets in. Yes, sir. Ah, yeah. Ignore my desk. It's full of shit. I know. Yes. I don't know why that cup fell over. Yeah, who's my good boy? Good boy. Come here. Yes. Come here. Good boy. Yes, sir. So we always go potty before we do our live streams, too.
Say, I'm a big boy.
He's 18 months old now. He's getting old. He could outlive me. Stone, I got Chick-fil-A at this weekend and they didn't give us any straws and I thought about you. Lol. If farts sound like wind while your homie's been stretching his hole. Bro, it's a dog, bud. That's just wrong. How many guns do you have? No idea. He's filling out nice. Yep, he's got about another 15 to 20 pounds. Then he'll be done. I monitor his intake. It's crazy, all these numbers that you find on the internet. And 90% of them I can't even trust. But they're like, oh yeah, you should only give him 10% of his caloric intake as wet food. I'm like, number one, he's not vegan, so I'm not that fucking anal about his food. And number two, if I want to give my dog a hot dog, I'm going to give my dog a hot dog. I'm going to make up for it with his other food. That's why I've got tons of good food for him. Why would I sit with a dude's ass in my face, bro? I'm not in jail or in Cuba. That's weird. He looks like a Scooby-Doo dog without the dots. He's a little lighter, but yes, I agree. He's a good boy. He's fine. I use my plastic boba straws I bought from Amazon. Lol. Did you shave your head? Kind of just buzzed it down. You just take all the guards off of your clippers and you just... What's your disability? Unless you have a warrant, I'm not telling you. I used to have a client who made titanium reusable straws. I mean, titanium would make sense, but I would just go with stainless steel. It'd be good as long as you keep it clean and don't scratch it. Here's the pancake. I am a meat popsicle. The buzz looked good. It's the most simplest thing, and I can do it at home. Literally, I just grab the clippers and I just fucking just run it back and forth until I'm bald. What don't you like about Staccato? They are boisterous, overpriced, overhyped, and they are more expensive than they were when they were STI for guns that are not hand assembled. Their guns are manufactured on a production line. They are not hand fit like a Hayes custom gun is, yet they cost the same. I don't believe in that kind of name recognition. That's why I don't buy Apple products. I don't buy Glock products. I don't buy Toyotas. I don't buy a lot of products because I don't fucking believe in the brand. The gun itself is fine. Staccatos are fine. I owned a C2. I bought a C2 with a Delta Point Pro, which is a $400 optic. I bought the whole gun for $1,500. Still felt like it was too much money. Sold it for $3,000. Some idiot paid me $3,000 for the gun because it had a $400 optic on a $2,600 gun, and he couldn't get it, and it had 6 mags with it. So it's more the business and the people that run it than it is the actual gun. Nice head. Thank you. I think he made them in his garage and would anodize them. That's pretty cool, though. You don't buy Glock products? Did I hear that correct? I don't buy new Glock products. I own 7 used Glocks that are all customized, but I don't buy new Glock products. I also don't buy new Apple products. I have every Apple variant from a 2 SE all the way up to a Mac Pro, but none of them were my money going to Apple. They were my money going to used people. I'm going to start going on Discord more often because I need to push the social media side of my life because I'm going to make it my life and make a lot of fucking money, and I'm going to be like Markiplier, and I'm going to buy a fucking mansion and a yacht, only I'm going to be a dick. I would have bought that probably too, yo. Is he fast? The dog, yes. So his breed, he can run at over 30 miles an hour, and he's the fastest dog at our dog park because we don't have any greyhounds. A pure German Shepherd is faster than he is, but I've never seen a dog that's faster than him at the dog park. No Glock horse semen? Oh, I'll buy their horse semen, third hand. I don't think I'd ever buy a normal Glock. Would you get a Kimber? Fuck yeah, I've got 4. Thoughts on Springfield, specifically the Saint? They're okay. Kiki says, bet. Well, the problem is, Cat, Kiki doesn't run. She just likes to play. Rocky wants to fucking go. But yeah, we should line them up. I'll put, I will put up Greg on it. If Kiki beats Rocky in a foot race, I will give you Greg. I'm not impressed with Battlefield. Me neither. Any FNs in the collection? No, not currently. I sold all my FNs. So a lot of times I get rid of my guns that I don't care about because they're easily replaceable or they just don't impress me. 2011 Kimber, I might buy one. I just haven't decided to. Would I get a 10mm Glock? I've had 3. Sold them. In fact, if Ryan ever comes on here, he used to be on here a lot, but if Ryan ever gets on here again, he'll tell you he bought 2 of them. She runs if there's someone to chase. Rocky will chase him. Her. Have I ever shot a Daniel Defense H9? I have not. I've only fired the original H9 because my buddy Stone has it. He stole it from me. But yeah, I have not shot it, so. This guy, mad respect. Thank you, sir. Would you get a Nighthawk 2011? Absolutely, I would. Did you see the SIG P211? Yes, I've held one. My buddy down at Middletown got him in, and he already sold the 2 he'd gotten, so I know I'm not spending $2,600 on one. Have you put a 1913 rail on a 1911 for lights and lasers before? I don't have to. My 1911s already have rails. Is that a KS7? Yes, it's a KS7, not a KSG. KSGs were the dual tubes. But you're right, it is a KS7. I got a 17 right now, nice. If you had an FNX 45, what would you upgrade? I wouldn't. An FNX 45 is the pinnacle of the FN series in my opinion. I know the whole stigma, but I was super impressed with the MPX-9. Oh, dude, the MPX-9, so the company is what's under attack right now for a line of guns that involves guns built before 2021. It's the internet, and it's what was out there, so it's what everybody focuses on. And SIG handled it absolutely poorly, so they shot themselves, no pun intended, in the foot with the way they handled their own situation. The MPX is great. The 2211 is great. So you just, ignore the 320s if you want to avoid their problems. Install isn't the word I used. Well, let's see. I told him to send it to me because I wanted to buy it, and then he tells me you paid him for it. And then I have to hand deliver it to you. I got a 10mm Glock Gen 5. I should have gotten the Smith & Wesson. Thoughts on Bursa? They're all right. I'm still waiting on them to send me a 2011. I emailed them the other day, and they haven't answered back, probably because my content fell off. But now that I'm going back up every day on lives and every day on shorts, hopefully we'll get that shit turned around. Opinion on the Micro Draco? No opinion. It's the stupidest gun ever made. Why do you want to shoot a 30 caliber with no brace or stock? That's stupid. And a 4-inch barrel. That's stupid. Why are your eyes so far apart? Because they are. Thoughts on Hellcat Pro? Don't really have one. Haven't shot one with the comp. Don't really care. Don't like small guns. What are your thoughts on Rock Island? I used to think they were good for the price, but I think they were priced a bit too high for what you get. Some of their versions are still reasonably priced. You can get a double stack 1911 with an optics cut on it for $600. That's fairly reasonably priced. They're still good for the money. TSOS and Gerson have come a long way with the guns they're producing, but they also still cut a lot more corners than Rock Island does. H9 trade for the Gerson X? No. I'm already giving you a Kuna. And the fact that you willingly trade me the H9 for the Gerson makes me weirded out. What's your favorite pistol brand? Nighthawk Customs for unobtainable guns because I don't have that kind of money. And then, yeah, I don't really have a favorite brand, man. I like guns from everybody. How about the new SIG rifles for the military? I've seen a few videos with the barrel moving left and right, hitting the handguard. Free-floating barrels will do that. If you look at an M16 or M4 firing fast, you'll see there's barrel whip on those too. You're giving Stone the Kuna. I know you wouldn't do it. That's why I asked. Screw you. I'm doing it now. Fuck you. Send it right now. Yes, I really want to keep the Gerson. I was in a sensitive situation when I offered it to him, and he wants a Kuna, so fuck it. He's getting a Kuna. Hey, Guile, what is up, dude? How you doing these days, man? What's the most reliable pistol brand in your opinion? It's a toss-up between Smith & Wesson and Glock. And as much as I hate Glock, they are a reliable gun. But the M&P series has proven to be a very reliable gun as well. I guess my local FFLs might be selling them high. I keep seeing them for over $1,000. Yeah, that is a little high in my opinion. Arrow shot from a bow also flop. Yes. If you watch an arrow in flight, they flop around a lot. So what happens is the barrel whip and the cyclic rate of the gun should work in time with each other. So the gun fires when the barrel is basically straight-ish. How is a Bursa TRP-9? I've only held one. I haven't shot one, but I like the guns. I hate the grip. The grip looks stupid. So if I ever buy one, I'm going to have Greg do that. He offered to sell me the Gerson, so I bought it. Now he's trying to back out because he's mean, so he's going to give me a Kuna instead. I'm mean. So instead of giving you your money back, I'm giving you a better gun. You don't want that piece of shit. Look at it. It's all fucked up, man. It's got Sharpie on it. Literally Sharpie. Because the finish is coming off of it. Yes, I have AKs. And I don't answer spam questions. So, brother, this ain't Twitch. Just go slower. I'll answer as questions as I can. I mean, come on. I'll even give you a close-up. I'm even standing. Here. Crotch. I'm a gun nerd and a nerd. But look, dude, it's terrible. Look at that finish, man. Look at the frame. All the finish came off. Because it's got Rust-Oleum paint on the frame because it's an aluminum frame. Yeah, I mean, the bluing on the slide is nice, and it's a hell of a nice shooting gun, and it's got a 1.9-pound trigger. But look, dude, Yeah. Yeah. It looks like shit. You don't want that gun. That's a much better. Oh wait, you sold me that one back too. Here, you can buy the DWX with the fake rust in the mailbox. I call that a mailbox. I can't walk properly. Plantar fasciitis. Bad year for me totally, but still pushing on. Damn, dude. I don't think Stone really cares. Yeah, I know he doesn't. He just refinished it anyways. I don't know anything about the Knox 9 2011. It is. We see the brown on there? That is patinaed. It's fake patina. I wanted to give it a battle worn look, so that look of rust, that's not real rust. That's fake rust. We gave it a worn look. In fact, that optic was the one that was on it. You see how it's got the fake rust on there? That one was on that gun, and it's going back on it. The reason I haven't put it back on there yet is because that's a $100 fucking acro plate, and I'm getting my money out of it. Check my back. Why, is my butthole showing? So instead of the Gerson, you'd give me the DWX? Yeah, for another $1,500 on top of what you've already paid me for the other gun. Also, I fucked that gun up too. Look at that. Look what I did to that grip, man. So it's silicone carbided underneath Talon grips. I have to buy a new grip module. Hey, Fusion, I need the new Pyramid stipple grip for my XP because I fucked it up. Yeah. Don't worry, I won't mess with that gun. That gun is staying bone stock. I love that gun. That's like a PO1 on crack. Best budget everyday carry right now. Best budget everyday carry. Honestly, that's a hell of a value. The XF Pro at like 4.5 is a hell of a gun because it's RMR cut. It's using a plate because of the optic that I have on there, but that's a hell of a good gun for a K. The Daria DY9, that's a good one. The RX, yep, the RXM's a good one. Fuck it, carry a yeet cannon. They're fun. I love the simple look on the 1911s, but rust effects look cool. Still, the Raider is my favorite. Nice. But yeah, I like that gun for a carry, but it's a handful. All right, kids, we're going to end now because I'm tired, sweaty, and I want to play my video game. So hold on a second. Hey, Rocky, say goodbye to everybody. And there's my computer case all torn apart. Yeah. Rocky, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Bring the yeet. Oh, you want the yeet cannon, huh? Good seeing you. You too, Guile. Buckshot, thank you. I love when he does that stretch thing and he curves his paw. Good stream. Hope stream tomorrow night sends reminder. Yep. It should, as long as I send out a notification before it starts. Look how tired he is. His eyes are all... Don't worry. When we mess with the doggo, we give him a treat. You hungry? Okay. All right. Have a good night. Good live. Catch you tomorrow. All right, guys. Night, man. All right. Want to hug the dog so bad. Yeah, he's a cutie. All right, guys. I'm outie. You guys have a great one. Love some of you. That dog eat. Yeah,